Bitcoin just went beast mode and pumped 4,000 bucks out of nowhere. So what's the move now? We're talking big players and on-chain data going wild with the buy-in. And get this, Fed Chair Powell just dropped the hottest hint yet about cutting rates. But here's the million-dollar question. Does lower rates automatically mean price is gonna moon? We're about to dive deep into this. If you're feeling this content, smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and ring that bell. Let's get into this chart action. We're zooming in on Bitcoin's price moves. Check it out. Yesterday we hit this parallel top while the bottom's been creeping up, forming this dope ascending triangle. Right here, we see this clean breakout from the ascending triangle. Now peep this. Price just blasted past that 63,000 to 64,000 zone like it was nothing. Yesterday, I told y'all this area was mad important because it lined up with a bunch of key levels, you feel me? I'm thinking both short-term and daily charts are at the edge, ready to pick a direction any second. And real talk, odds are looking good for an upward move. If it breaks through, I'm thinking it's going to play out just like we talked about a couple days ago. First thing we got to watch for is that 63,300 level. Might see a little speed bump there. But for now, we're seeing it's even stronger than we thought. That 63,300 level where the big dogs and whales have their average positions, it barely slowed us down before we shot past it. Let's look at it this way. Remember how we talked about 63.3K yesterday? We can just treat that as a support resistance flip now. So after breaking through, as long as it can hold that support, I think we got a shot at pushing higher. Looking at the chart, if price can stay above this range's lower edge, we might see something like this. A breakout, a little pullback, then more upside. Next level to watch is around 65,300 bucks. If we can take that back next week, then we're eyeing that super important zone, the most traded area during our 5-month consolidation, $67,000. That's the point of control, fam. On the weekly chart, 67K is also real close to the top of this falling channel, so there's a good chance we might hit some resistance there first time around. If you're swinging some short-term trades, might want to think about taking some profits there. Now let's get into today's main event. Peep this news about Fed Chair Powell's talk yesterday. I bet y'all already figured out from the price action. It's major bullish, right? This is the first time he straight up said they're ready to adjust rates when the time's right. The whole market went nuts. S&P 500 bounced back from the dip a couple days ago. Let's check out the latest on-chain data for institutions and ETFs. After Powell's speech, we're seeing retail staying cautious, even selling a bit. But these whales with over 100 coins, they're going ham, buying like they got some inside info or something. We're talking 5,100 coins. That's more than the 4,900 we saw last Sunday on the 18th. And peep the ETF data. $252 million over 4,100 Bitcoin. That's the biggest inflow we've seen in over a month. It's like the market's acting like Powell already cut rates or something. But here's the million-dollar question. Does lower rates automatically mean price is gonna moon? Can we just draw an equal sign between the two? Let's zoom in on this chart. This shows how Bitcoin acted during the last rate cut cycle. Green parts with the blue line going down, that's when rates were getting cut. Red parts? That's when rates were going up. Check it out. The top of that little bull run in 2019 lined up perfectly with the first rate cut. Y'all remember why they cut rates back then? The economy was stuck, consumer data was looking weak, and the Fed was scared of a bigger recession. So they started cutting. Then 2020 hit with that COVID crash, and they had to go nuclear. Slashed rates to 0. That's what kicked off that crazy 2020 bull market with all that hype. Now, y'all might be thinking, we're screwed then, right? We're just starting the first cut in mid-September. But, like we've been saying, historically, this is how it usually goes down. Rate cuts usually happen when we're already in a recession, and the Fed's trying to jumpstart the economy. So in a weird way, rate cuts are actually a sign that things ain't great, you feel me? That's why after a quick pump on the good news, reality usually sets in. And what's reality? The economy's already in trouble. Think about rate cuts like this. Yeah, they can help money flow into the market, but it's a slow process. For big money players, even a quarter-point cut is a big deal. But ask yourself, would you move your money into super risky stuff just because you're earning 0.25% less interest? Or would you slowly move into stuff that's a little riskier but pays more? Most people, including these big institutions, are going to pick the second option. That's why in past rate cut cycles, you see different types of assets getting money at different times based on how risky they are. Bitcoin, being high risk, usually gets love later in the game. That's the simplified version, but knowing this helps us understand what's really going on now, right? So let's break it down. Are we in a recession right now? Not even close. So like we said last week, if we get a soft landing into this rate cut cycle, risky assets might not have to wait as long for that cash to start flowing in. We might not see as much of a lag. The only thing we got to watch out for is if the market's treating Powell's talk like it's already the first rate cut. If that's the case, yeah, it's good news. But if they priced it in early, we might see a pullback after the actual announcement. What I'm really keeping an eye on is that period from mid-September to October, the start of Q4. If we see a pullback then, it might be your last chance to hop on the train before this bull market goes absolutely bonkers. What do y'all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. All right, if you want to join our community, hit that pinned comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like, and hit the bell. Have a dope week, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace out.